Hello everyone, welcome back to once again another amazing video. Today we are back on Booga Booga Reborn, and we're going to be going over how to farm bloodfruit the most efficient way, that how I've been seeing a lot of comments on the channel, and most frequently asked thing to actually see on the channel is, how do I get all my bloodfruit? So number one thing is, make sure you're not wasting it when you're getting it. I'm going to teach you some tricks as well on how to make sure you use it efficiently and not wasting it. So you know how when you're PvPing with people, you're sitting around, you're throwing your hits like this, making sure that you're keeping in contact. But I want you guys to change up your methods. Don't worry about builds. Don't worry about. Make sure you're hitting them though. Well, don't worry about builds or anything. Just make sure you're hitting them, and I want you to just use flicker shots. If you're sitting here like this with your auto clicker or your finger, you can tell that you're just wasting a lot of blood fruit. If you just go like this, like flicks, you're using a lot less blood fruit, and to keep on not as much farming, it'll help you a lot and save thousands. I've only used around 25k, and I fought probably over like 100 plus gods, or maybe even more. And before that, I had maybe like 10k blood fruit and fought like 80 plus gods. It just depends who you're really fighting. Make sure you log if someone's like continuously sitting like this. If they're like sitting here like this all day long, just sitting there AFKing like this, pretty much on a guy and just turning around, maybe dropping a few. A lot of people like to troll like this. Is pretty much them just saying, yeah, you're not even close to killing me. You know, that's pretty much their self bragging, saying they have a lot of blood fruit. But I'm gonna go over another way. Make sure that you focus on your health, nothing else. Focus on your health bar. When your health drops to about right here is when I want you to hurry up and place it right there. It'll go right up, just a little flick, a flick every so often. It's gonna be powerful, I promise you this. It's really overpowered, especially when you're fighting a lot of gods and you see your health flickering. You may need to keep it on there for a little bit, but just make sure you pay attention to your health, nothing else. Your health, and make sure you're throwing them shots in. Make sure you're throwing them shots in, as well as strafing your character to make sure yourself hits all them hits. If someone is not using auto clicker and they don't have no fruit, make sure you like do a nice strafing. Make sure you do a nice clean kill and not use auto as well, because we want to keep the community friendly, of course, but that's my opinion. Now, also something I would recommend is make sure that you're playing fairly. If you see an auto clicker guy and then you're not, and if you see a non-auto clicker like a fairly user and then you're being a fairly user, make sure you use fair and fair. But if you see them with teammates, just whatever. If they're teaming, then you know, you do you. Alright, now let's get to the god farm. I want you guys to make sure you have, both links will be in the description. OP auto clicker right here. I will leave all links down below, by the way. This one you want to set the double left 0000. Trust me, it will work. Repeat until stop. Current location, which is wherever your mouse is. Whatever hotkey, I use Q because it's just easier for me. It's right next to my W key, so it's really overpowered to just auto click really fast like this. You know, I'll show you how much blood I eat quick. Pretty much like that. It's pretty decent. Quite a lot of clicks per second. It's one of the best ones. I personally can do it, and I know it can tank 3+. I'm not sure with Bolt though, because I know Bolt, the Bolt Voodoo like this, it certainly will be overpowered if you spam the Bolt. But this one is shield bubble, of course. So, that right there is some tips right there. Alright, now we're going to get to the actual farm. So you want to get plant boxes, of course. Have your OP auto clicker. And I also want you to get this. This link will be down below. It's called a key presser. It's super overpowered. You want it to be pressing C. C on a 2 millisecond delay. And make sure you do Control F1 to start it, of course. Now my inventory is going to be like that. Now we have the 0 millisecond auto clicker, right? We want to get to a nice even location so we have a nice straight row. So let's say right here. Auto clicker time, right? And now you're just going to walk in a straight line. You may want to like line it up really straight, but sometimes it really doesn't truly matter to the best. But try to get it as straight as possible, of course. But we're just going to leave it as this for right now. Now that is pretty much how you start the god farm, just like this. Now, you got to get your auto clicker. You got to go like this. This one could take a couple tries to master. I'm just going to get right through it just to show you guys real quick. I don't feel like making sure I get it all. But just like this is how you god farm pretty much. You just got to get everything directly into. Pretty much like that. Maybe do like 2 rounds. But I also want you guys to get a thing called Tiny Task. Tiny Task is a little tiny tool that you can just look up on Google. It's by tinytask.exe, I believe it's by. Or Robosoft. I can't remember. It's by a few different users. I can't remember the exact one because I used a few of them. But the main one is like the first one that pops up. It's a quite little tool, and you want to use it in the game as it records your mouse movements. So you can use it as an auto farm. So pretty much you would set your auto clicker like this. Auto planting, whatever you like, of course. I'm just going to do jelly real quick. And it's just going to record your mouse movements. Of course, I'm not doing it as lined up as possible, but you can move your mouse, whatever, record your mouse as well and your clicks. Then just stop right here, and then maybe like go backwards, and you gotta make sure you start and stop at the same position. Because if you don't, then it will mess it up, and you'll start wandering around the map, and then you'll end up like wherever the hell you will end up on the map, which could be really bad, and end up on the edge and just fall off. So be very careful now. Also want you guys to add in, if you're using the auto farm method, just make sure you auto click a little bit so you'll be able to get some food so you don't die of hunger, because that's just embarrassing if you die by hunger while auto farming. That just really sucks. I also recommend if you want to use some chests on the back ends and then the front end, so they'll help you know which exact location where to go. Also, another thing that I recommend is maybe some wood walls on the sides. It's pretty hard to line them up perfectly, but you know what I mean. Get them like going. Of course, this isn't the straightest farm you would want, but it works. It works for now. Yeah, you just have a straight farm, straight line going down all the way. You know what I mean? And make sure you do another round of going F, which is collect. So you make sure you collect everything as well. That's pretty much it for the God farm. The God farm goes just like this, but this is what all pros use to get really, really rich in blood fruit. I would recommend doing it not. Ice Island is one of the best methods I would personally do, as it's truly long, and if you're really smart with it, you'll be able to do this all the way down there, maybe with a nice little curve. But I mean, it'll be good because if you're doing it manually, you can just come back and just continuously do it, and then you'll earn thousands and thousands. I had a farm one time doing like 8+K per round, and that was like within like 5 minutes. I was making like 10K every 5 minutes. It was pretty overpowered, about 100K ish a night, and it was pretty good. Pretty good. I do recommend that. But that's pretty much how you God farm in Booga Booga Reborn. If you guys enjoyed, let me know things down below what you guys like to see. If you guys liked today's video, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because supposedly, so what YouTube's telling me is that only 5 of you guys are not subscribed. So if you're one of them 5 people, go down below, look for the red button. If it's not white or whatever color, if it's red, I want you guys to make it white or whatever color it changes to, because we do not want to see no red, because you know, we need to make sure you are subscribed. Make sure to hit that bell icon if you want to see daily amazing content. I'm pushing out vids every single day for you guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy the daily uploads. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end it off here. Make sure you guys join the Discord down below. Anyways, guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and see you guys back on the next one. Adios.